Hey, what's going on? It's been a while since I've recorded something here in my office, but welcome back. And it is a thing about sound today. Usually, on uh, if I'm not, no, when I have clients or I'm recording something, or if I'm in here, I will. Oh, I didn't even turn this fan down. Not even sure if y'all were even able to hear the fan, but the uh, the DJI microphone that I'm wearing, this little thing, well, actually, this giant thing, uh, is right here. You can see the magnet right there, just like this one that's on the back of here. But you see how big this thing is. Now, this is actually, well, this is the DJI Mic 2, and this is actually smaller than the previous mics I had. Where are they? Because I was using them as a backup on my live stream setup. So let's get that out of here. Where are you? Come on. It's under the ATEM Mini. Maybe I should just lift that out and I'll be able to grab it. Under all of these HDMI cables. Should have got this out beforehand. Come on. Rings getting caught. So I had these other microphones from SmalLRig. These were my first wireless headphone set. Right here, SmalRig, and that's the receiver and the two transmitters. Now, when you hold that up with the DJI, the size difference, it's like a fourth of the size. Well, let's take off the dead cat from there. Then you can see the actual size of everything. So went from this trying to hide it on a person or plugging in a lavalier mic so that this would be hidden, because that I can't stand when people will just clip a microphone onto someone like that. This used to have a clip that broke. The clip was also magnetic, so you could put a magnet on the back of it, but I would hide it inside the shirt with the dead cat on it so nothing is rustling about. That's the same thing with this one. As you can see how I'm wearing it here, but it has the like bulge on the shirt, and that's it's really not appealing. Sometimes in the daytime you can get away with it where the shadowing won't be too extreme. The weight of the is not going to hold the weight of the shirt down too much, so it's not that big of a problem. But what is the um, what is a problem is the runtime on this. I've started doing live streams that are lasting well over the DJI recommended. Was it four? No, it's supposed to be like 5 hours, 5 to 6 hours, and I was getting 4 hours, of course, because I'm using the noise cancellation, not recording to it, but it's still draining a lot of power. The small rigs, I don't even know what the recommended runtime or the battery time on those, but it's not that good. So the DJI microphones, excellent, amazing sound quality. However, the battery time just isn't that good. So let's put those over here. I um, was trying to research, what do I want to do? Which direction do I want to go in? And I know the quality of DJI. You hear about all these other microphone systems, how they kind of work good, kind of don't. And the DJI Mini, I believe, yeah, DJI Mic Minis that was the next best option, but you would still get this magnet. Well, for me, magnet on the outside of the shirt, because I can't stand when people will just have the microphone right there. They'll leave the lights glowing and everything. It just like you couldn't do better. You couldn't attempt to hide it or anything. They'll just have it hanging there. Then you got the DJI logo, and if there's light anywhere, it's reflecting on stuff, and people just get taken out of it. Well, people that are actually paying attention, because you could either have a shotgun mic or you could try and hide this like I do. That's the best I can. Some people might think it's a little bit of flair, like you're working at Schlotsky's. I think that was the name of that restaurant, where they had all the pins and buttons on there. But that's that's really irrelevant. Just going off on a tangent. But again, there's absolutely nothing wrong with the DJI Mic 2s. Plus, it has saved me so many times where I've recorded directly into there as a safety track while having multiple cameras and having the audio be saved directly to the iPad using Blackmagic Camera app, and all of that would work fine, because sometimes one of the cameras might mess up, or I forgot to turn off the alerts or something like that, or it'll connect to a Wi-Fi, disconnect, stop recording. But at least I still have the audio. I could put something else in there, or if all the cameras didn't stop recording, I could just switch to another camera and I still got clean audio. That is that is why these DJI Mic 2s are amazing for weddings and everything. People getting a far enough distance away. The radio transmission really works efficiently with line of sight. If they turn their back to you, you could lose your transmission, or it can go staticky. That's something that you never want. So recording directly to the microphones has been uh, an amazing thing, but doesn't have the battery life for 9-10 hour live streams or videos or anything like that, like what I was doing with Refuge Medical. And I was looking for a solution. Like I said, looked at the DJI Mic Minis, but you would still get the magnet. That may have been the way to go, but I went in a different direction with the Hollyland Lark M2 or M2s. M2s, yeah, because their M2 is a circle with a magnet as opposed to what this is. So let's get in here and open this up. Let's grab one of my trusty saws that I got sharpened in Kentucky. So where does it open? Let's just pull some plastic. You can do that. Toss that over there. And how does it open? Does it flip up? So many. It feels like a Rubik's Cube, or does it slide out? I cannot tell. Let's just pull this tab up here. That didn't do it. I don't know. Oh, it's on the back. It has a safety tab tape thing. So we got that. And it pulls out, flips open, and what do we have? Microphone pickup hole. Yes, it goes on the outside. Clip it like that, and we are here for you. Thank you for being there for me. So that's the instruction booklet and giving a list of everything that's in here. Here's the case. Let's open that up. There's a little tab on the bottom. Rip that apart. Oh, it's 2 tabs and then it just slides out. Toss that over to the side. It only has one light. I believe the light that's on the front of here, it changes color. So the case has its own battery, and you charge it with the USB-C port. But the light that's on there, if the case battery is low, it'll change color like to a red or something like that. But everything else should be inside here. It says Hollyland. Let's open it up and look at how small these things are. Let's just grab one right here. So you see this tiny microphone. Now, usually the microphone is somewhat bigger and it goes on the outside, but Hollyland came up with this little tiny design where this goes out on the front of your shirt. Now, let's see the size difference between the DJI and the Hollyland M2s. Look at that. That thing is tiny. So up here, if I put this on my shirt, on my collar, just like that, make sure everything is out of the way. Can you even see it? Well, it's, you have my shepherd's whistle right there, and then the microphone, actually my shepherd's whistle, is going to touch and rub against that. So I might have to take this off once I do some audio tests. But that, opposed to the DJI right there, unless I put it off to the side, let's see. If I have it off to the side, I think it'll be pretty good. It just looks like something tiny is clipped onto my shirt, or it's a part of my necklace with my whistle or anything. It's not some big logo. Well, big logo to me because I see that there's something there that's not supposed to be there. But it's my microphone, and you can see that it says DJI on there. Here's the magnets. So the option is either have that, oh, have it upside down, either have that showing or that showing, or have this entire thing showing, or without the dead cat and you have it right there. That is totally unacceptable. But with the shadow, you can't even see that that's a microphone. So I am going to, let's finish going through the case down here. So you have the receiver. There's the camera receiver that you can plug in the TRS cable, and I'll definitely need this plugging into the ATEM Mini, and the second microphone right there. And you also have the USB-C port, USB-C receiver that plugs directly into most new phones. I didn't get the lightning cable because eventually I'm going to be trading in my other 2 phones besides these 2 that are that still use the lightning cable. That's going to happen fairly soon, budget depending. But this one gets powered off of the phone. Like I have the iPhone 16 Pro, so this just plugs into there. This one doesn't even charge up or have a battery, but this one does charge up. I forgot what the battery time on this receiver is, but it's going to be plug and play to my ATEM Mini when I'm using that. This does not plug into a phone. You use this one right here to plug into a phone. So I am going to first check and see what else is in the box, because it feels like multiple layers. What else do we have in here? There's another tab. There's a bag and one of those silica gel things that you're not supposed to eat. So let's open up the bag, see what we have in there. Always got to have a bag. Keep everything nice and together. So this is the dead cat for it, which I don't think that I'm going to use because that's going to take away from the look. You want that look where you can barely see anything. So having a big dead cat on there, that's going to really take away from the look. Most likely not going to be using these outside in the wind to where it's going to need something like that. And if someone has a beard that I'm using these with, I'll either get the microphone as far away from their beard, or I don't know, maybe I'll put some rubber bands around their chin like Captain Lou Albano so it doesn't hit the microphone. So it comes with a USB A to C plug. This is a TRS cable with the little bungee in the middle. Is there anything else in here? Nope, I don't feel anything else in the bag. So bag's empty, has a few items in there. But now let's switch everything out and see how it actually sounds. Okay, now we're back and we're using the Hollyland Lark M2s, which is this little tiny thing right here. I can't hear what you all are hearing. I can only hear this when I'm playing it back. So I have no clue what the sound is like, but I can tell what the look is like. The look looks amazing. It's just going to be questionable if someone is looking all around and then they go and rub their chin on the microphone. That can definitely get annoying, but it is not a sight for sore eyes. Whenever I'm recording into the iPhone, I usually stick with the microphone levels recording at 60%. So I lower it down, and if I need to boost it up in post, I do that. I'm not an audiophile or audio engineer, so that's something that I haven't learned yet so far in DaVinci Resolve on how to do that. Also, color correction, and I haven't developed that skill yet. Right now, I'm good with framing, I'm good with lighting, and I'm trying to get better with audio, but the actually doing audio correction, I have a lot to learn. So talking through all of this, I'm hoping that this is sounding clear. I can see up on the receiver that it's blue, meaning that this microphone, I think this is microphone 2. I don't know why they put it in the case like that, or the how it's connected inside there. Like if you look down at it, the USB-C receiver is here. That's microphone 2, that's microphone 1, and this is the camera receiver. Like I said, that's going to my A10 Mini. I just don't know. Again, I don't know how it's sounding. I do know that there's a button. I think there's a button up there. I'm not sure what that button does up there, but on the side here, I can put the noise cancellation on. Where is it? Okay. So now the light up there switched up to green. That's another thing. There's no visible light right here. I think on the inside, there's a slight light that's inside there letting you know the status of everything, but there's nothing glowing or pulsating right here so that it will take you out of the video or draw your eye and attention to it. But right now, the noise cancellation, I believe the green light means that it's on. And then when I press it again, where is it? Where is the button? Because it's on the side. Okay, now that's noise cancellation off because it's a blue light. I didn't read the instructions yet. I've watched a ton of YouTube videos, still haven't opened it up. And they let you know we are here for you. Yes, you are, but you didn't answer my Instagram message that I sent out. I don't know. Probably a great company. People stand by their products. I am a DJI fan, but the look of the Hollyland series is amazing. So amazing that not only did I order this one, but I ordered a second so I can have consistent sound and audio all across. Like when I'm doing live streams and stuff, I was using DJI mics along with the SmalRig mics. The audio levels were off. Then there was another set of DJI Mic 2s that I was able to use and borrow, but if I'm doing a live stream or a recording someplace else, I won't have that second set. So I wanted to have a consistent set so that when we go on the road, go mobile, and I want to have a live stream setup with multiple cameras, multiple people, I will be able to do that. Also, while still having my DJI microphones that will record everything that I need when I'm just doing handheld stuff that I need a safety track. Safety track is a much needed and amazing. That is one thing that this Hollyland M2s does not have. They do not have any internal recording or anything like that. So that for the look, you're gonna have a loss. You lift my chin up, there's pretty much nothing there. That's the microphone. That little thing that's on the outside, that's the microphone. So I'm happy with the look. I have to go back in this video and check out the sound. Let's switch it over to noise canceling. So that's noise canceling. I don't know if you can hear the fan. Actually, let me turn the fan back up from earlier. So now the fan is back up and fairly loud. I have the noise canceling on. Let me stop talking for a moment. And now that's with the noise canceling off. I believe that's what the blue to green light is for noise canceling. And I wonder if it shows on one of these receivers the status and level of the batteries. That is going to be highly important when the subject is far away from me and I'm at my my switcher and monitoring everything and I see a light level change. I hope that I see it over here as opposed to having to guesstimate or try and juggle and gauge. Like, I hope that everything is good. I need to see so much information on this receiver, but I'm gonna go through the instruction booklet, make sure that I have everything. I believe there's an app that I need to install as well, and there's more settings and stuff that I can set in there, but that is it for right now. Just for right now, because this thing is so tiny, that's why I wanted to make that change, going away from the DJI only for multi-person, multi-camera live streams. So thank y'all for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed this or got something out of it. Y'all have a blessed one. Shalom.